Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. My last card for the month is going to be using little teddies, balloons, stamp set, and the envelope, and a little bit of embossing, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I have die cut 2 envelopes out of just white cardstock, and we've stuck those together just for a little bit of extra oomph. This stamp is so cute. I've been eyeing it off for ages, wanting to play with it. We're going to use a little bit of Prismacolor pencil because I'm trying to get better with my Prismacolor pencils. And the only way to do that is to play with them more. There is going to be a little bit of masking. We're going to mask off the balloons. There's going to be a couple of balloons that are going to be separate, but the rest is all in one foul swoop. I'm just marking down where my envelope is going to sit because I sort of want it to be, I don't really know why, but in my head, I wanted it to be basically the thickness, no more than the thickness of the envelope. I've also masked off down the bottom. That's just a standard post-it note. What is that word? Post-it note. And just sort of marked off my little teddy bear just to be on the safe side. A couple of his ribbons are going to need to be sort of joined up, and it's going to look like a hot mess for a while. I'm also stamping down my sentiment here. I have sending is from the Simple Script Greeting, and the best wishes is from the Love You stamp set, and that will all be linked down below or over on my blog. So I wanted a little sending because he's floating off. You know, that's where my idea was coming. I'm just going to use a little post-it note just to hide the hugs. Make sure you remove that before you stamp. Each one of these colors, I'm only going to show you one little balloon because I'm aware of your time and I'm not the fastest in doing this. So we have lemon peel, and which is 1005, and lemon yellow. Oh, that was for the first one, which is 915. The green is grass green and spring green, which is 901 and 903. The purple is Parma Violet, as you can see, which is 1008, and lavender, which is 934, I should say, my mistake. And the blue is Peacock Blue, 1027, and True Blue, which is 903. What I'm trying now, you could go with these being Crimson Lake and Scarlet Lake, which is Crimson Red is 904 and Scarlet Lake is 902. You can see the colors there for the blue. The stomach is going to be that sienna brown. All the numbers will be linked over on my blog. The balloons, strictly speaking, are going to be transparent, but we're going to use a little bit of creative license and go with the flow and do it this way. When I cut it out, I'm just using a multi-liner there. When I cut it out, I'm going to go around the edges just with a black pen. It just finishes it off. I've also gone down through that purple balloon right down the bottom that I'm flicking out now. What I would probably normally do is to draw it on, but with the lip of the envelope, it may have looked a bit funny because you've got 2 different levels here. Behind the very top of the balloons is 2 thickness of foam tape, and at the bottom where it's attached to the envelope is only 1 because you've got that extra dimension of the envelope. This is Pool Color ink, as you can read there. I'm doing a sort of an ombre look. We're going to emboss this with a balloons background. I just wanted to have something nice and something soft. So embossing hides a multitude of sins, shall we say. I am also going to use a white pigment ink to run it over the balloons. You can't see it all that much, especially in photos. You can't see it all that much. But in real life, it just gives a little bit of interest, a little bit of definition. It's obviously, it's down the bottom because, you know, you're not going to see it so much at the top because it's an ombre type of look. So this is the balloons embossing folder. And I thought that was very fitting and very nice. I'm just going to use the sponge to start off with, but then I decided it's just not having the effect that I want, and I'm going to go straight in with an ink pad very shortly. There we go. And just brushing it over the top of, very lightly over the top of the embossing, just to have a little bit of colour. As I said, you can sort of see it down the bottom, but not as much as when you've got it holding in your hand. I thought it'd be fun just to have it at an angle. I'm going to mount it off with some blue cardstock to match the blue balloons in the background, just for a bit of fun. This is just Australian card base size. Mount that up with just, it's not with foam tape, it's just with gluing it down flat, but you've got to mount the foam on the balloon, or a lot of the balloons anyway. So there is a little bit of dimension because a couple of the balloons are going to be flat. So we'll glue that down. As I said, this is just standard flat down onto the surface because you've got a lot of dimension, a lot of fun. The next thing I'm going to do, apart from figuring out where to put that balloon, I am going to go over most of the balloons with a white gel pen. I ummed and ahed about lots of bling, which is what you can see there. And this is just going to highlight it a little bit. It's very, very soft. I'm also going to put, not all the balloons, but some of the balloons. This is stickles. This is going to be on some of the other balloons. As I said, it's not every single one. So some of them have a sparkle, some of them have they all pretty much have the white gel pen. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put in the glossy accents. And this is just, again, here and there, little bits and pieces. I've also got my little bird. He's been glued flat as well onto my little envelope. These are the clear crystal mix, glued down with a little bit of just liquid glue. I saved you a bit of time with me fluffing about and figuring out where to place all these little bits and pieces. And that is it for my card for today. I hope you're well. If you liked what you saw today, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps our little channel grow. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.